This week, your exciting, highly informative, and inspiring Faan In Focus has the potential to be the strongest edition yet because it moves beyond reporting activities in Nigeria's aviation sector into discussing the future of aviation financing, stakeholder engagement, and resilience in uncertain global times. Welcome on board. Faan officially unveils a new platform designed to tell the story of Nigeria's aviation transformation. The authority strengthens ties with host communities through strategic engagement with royal fathers around the Lagos airports. We journey to Aminu Kano International Airport to spotlight the facility and the people it serves. Managing Director Mrs. Olubunmi Kuku speaks candidly about investor partnerships and how concessioning could reshape the future of Nigeria's airports. We revisit the outcomes of Faan's management retreat and hear from senior officials on the strategies driving institutional excellence. And amidst a challenging global energy landscape, we examine Nigeria's bold aviation reset under the leadership of the Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development. I am Tolulope Adeleru Balogun. Welcome on board. This is Faan In Focus. The Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria has formally launched Faan In Focus, its flagship television program aimed at providing Nigerians with regular insights into developments, reforms, and achievements within the nation's aviation sector. The initiative reflects Faan's commitment to transparency, stakeholder engagement, and proactive communication. The program, now airing across leading television platforms, offers viewers an inside look at the projects, partnerships, and people shaping the future of Nigeria's airports. Recognizing the importance of peaceful coexistence and community partnership, Faan has deepened engagements with traditional rulers from communities surrounding the Lagos airport's environment. The meeting focused on strengthening relationships, promoting dialogue, and fostering mutual understanding.
In most countries in the world, or some countries, airports are located in the outskirts. But some of these airports, when time comes, development will meet the airport. And the only way such airport will thrive in peace is to engage and have a collaborative, supportive function with the community. And that's why a moment like this is very important. Now, as at today, the conurbation is complete, whereby you even have houses bordering the fence of the airport. So from some first floor, second floor apartments, you can see the runway. That is how close the proximity is right now. So there's nothing we can do without ensuring that we have our community involved.
Management emphasized that sustainable development thrives where host communities are respected, included, and regarded as critical stakeholders in progress. In line with its commitment to keeping stakeholders informed, FAN continues to advance initiatives aimed at enhancing operational efficiency, improving passenger experience, and reinforcing Nigeria's position within the global aviation community. Additional updates from across the authority highlight a sustained focus on innovation, safety, and service excellence.
Every day, thousands of journeys begin and end at Nigeria's airports. Behind every safe takeoff and smooth arrival is a system working tirelessly for you. Faan In Focus, a half-hour enlightenment program on major Nigeria television stations, takes you behind the scenes, bringing you closer to the people, policies, innovations, and services that keep Nigeria's aviation industry moving. Discover helpful travel tips, understand airport processes, and stay informed about the developments shaping the future of air travel. Whether you're a frequent flyer, a first-time traveler, or simply curious about aviation, join us on Faan In Focus on these stations and across Faan's digital platforms. Faan In Focus, bringing the airport closer to you. Brought to you by the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, FAN.
As the Nigeria's aviation sector continues to gather laurels from regional and global regulators, such as the International Civil Aviation Organization, otherwise known as ICAO. The Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, FAN, has decided to open up its investment opportunities to both local and foreign investors who desire to partner with it as it strives to become a regional aviation hub in Africa. FAN has continued to strengthen its position in transforming the nation's aviation sector into a super hub through a sustained improvement on existing terminals as well as the development of new ones to cater for the growing demands of passenger traffic, diverse cargo handling needs, and warehousing, among others. Being Nigeria's custodian of commercial airports, FAN has in its portfolio inexhaustible investment opportunities in the aviation sector and an increasing non-aeronautic source of revenue that is now open to genuine investors as partners to deliver improved standards of operational efficiency and the airport user experience in a mutually beneficial relationship. Some of the major exciting collection of attractions for airlines, concessionaires, and specialized investors include the development of terminal buildings and management, independent power projects, cargo complexes or warehousing facilities, avio bridges, hangars, trolley management, multi-story car park development, medical clinics, aviation fuel depot, among several others. FAN, a federal government establishment, is also poised to give the will-be investor guarantee in the ease of doing business, a focal agenda of the federal government of Nigeria.
As Nigeria's airports evolve, each gateway tells a unique story of opportunity, connectivity, and service. In this edition of Terminal View, we turn the spotlight on Aminu Kano International Airport. Aminu Kano International Airport stands as one of Nigeria's foremost gateways to West Africa and beyond. This spotlight explores the airport's facilities, passenger services, and its enduring importance as a center of commerce, pilgrimage, and international connectivity. The airport continues to play a vital role in connecting people, cultures, and economies, reinforcing its place within Nigeria's aviation landscape. Modern airports require more than infrastructure. They demand innovative financing, strategic partnerships, and a clear vision for sustainability. FAAN's Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer, Mrs. Olubunmi Kuku, shares her thoughts.
Okay, so let me talk about the concession process. I think it's been quite a topical issue at FAAN. So I come in from the private sector. Yes, I've worked in government. I went back into the private sector. I'm strongly for concession in the airports. Yes, it works in some countries. So in the US, for example, you see municipalities or cities that actually run in the airports, of course, using funding from their government as well to run these airports. But I think Nigeria has sort of taken a stance to say, look, we want to concession the airports. The Courtney Airport is one where, so that's the MM2 that is being run by Courtney, is one of the successful models that we've seen. Yes, it had a bit of its challenges. In Nigeria today, the Enugu Airport and the Port Harcourt Airport, when the concession process was run by the last administration, those two airports did not have any bids. We have now had successful bids. So these were unsolicited bids that came in from the private sector of people who have, or institutions who have actually managed airports in the past, and they have an approval. So Enugu was recently concessioned. I think those two have been approved by the federal government. There's also a lot of work that is going in around an integrated concession process. And the reason why I say that is because we have a mechanism today where you actually have some airports that really are being funded by the revenue of others. And the integrated approach, what it does is it allows us to sort of pull the airport. So if you're looking at Lagos, for example, you're also considering some of the smaller airports to say, look, is there a network that I can breed? So there's a lot of studies that are potentially happening right now, but definitely the concession process is ongoing. It's happening. It started. It's live, and it is the way to go.
Around the world, airport authorities are increasingly embracing partnerships with private investors to improve efficiency, accelerate modernization, and expand capacity. For Nigeria, the conversation around concessioning represents both opportunity and responsibility. For FAAN, any future partnerships must ultimately deliver better services, improved infrastructure, and greater value for Nigerians. Institutional transformation also depends on the people driving change from within. Earlier, FAAN's leadership team gathered to reflect, strategize, and chart a course for the future.
Essentially, the management tried to decentralize training to allow directorates take up some chunk of the budget that is meant for training so that they'll be able to identify which are critical trainings, which are the generic. And we have looked at what we have done. Staffs who require recertification have been done. Training that is there meant to cover gaps have been done. The safety critical trainings have also been done. And that was responsible for some of the audit rating we got from ICAO recently.
The recent FAN management retreats provided an opportunity for introspection, innovation, and renewed commitment to excellence. Bringing together senior officers from across the authority, the retreat focused on aligning priorities and strengthening organizational effectiveness.
For me, this retreat is another opportunity, another platform for the management staff of FAN and airport managers to interact, interface, to discuss issues, and chart a way forward for the development of the agency and the organization at large.
Participants described the retreat as a valuable platform for brainstorming, collaboration, and generating ideas that will position FAN for greater accomplishments.
It's been an amazing time. The level of participation has been very high. Every member of the management team that has been here has been committed, present, available, and involved in all the discussions. There's a big difference between last year's retreat. We had an opportunity to lay a proper foundation for the direction where we want to go in building on the 6 pillars identified by the MD. This year, we had a chance to review the commitments that were made last year, to track progress, to identify where we are, what is stalling growth, and then to chart a way forward.
As the authority continues its transformation journey, the emphasis remains on delivering measurable results through strategic leadership and collective responsibility.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Port Harcourt International Airport. The local time is 6 p.m.
This terminal tells the story of our people. Warm and hospitable, resilient business minds, dreamers and go-getters. Experience the ease of doing business here. Welcome to Port Harcourt International Airport. Managed by FAN. Safety, security, and comfort.
Nigeria's aviation hubs are undergoing a massive transformation, driving unprecedented growth in infrastructure. This is a reflection of a minister at work.
The global aviation sector continues to navigate uncertainty arising from geopolitical tensions and energy market volatility. The conflict in the Middle East has triggered concerns about fuel prices, operational costs, and the resilience of international air travel. Against this backdrop, Nigeria's Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Development, Festus Keyamo, SAN, has continued to pursue reforms aimed at repositioning the country's aviation industry.
Well, for us in Africa, I think it's double tragedy because Africa has been struggling with, high cost of airfares, lack of connectivity within the African continent. You may have a situation where you have to go to a nearby, country. You have to make a detour of about 2 days to get to a country just, on the other side, of your country. So we're struggling with that in Africa. And then here comes, this global crisis. And the first effect is the Jet A1 fuel. The Jet A1 fuel is about, 70-80% more than it was before. It's skyrocketing in Nigeria and other African countries. And that, of course, has an immediate effect on airfares. 50% of flight expenses, aircraft expenses is on Jet A1 fuel that they burn, when they ferry passengers. So that itself is a bigger problem now for Africa. Well, don't forget that even though we are, self-sufficient in fuel production because of the Dangote refinery, and we are also an oil-producing country, we still have to go by global pricing, right? So anything below that is some form of subsidy. So the only way we can intervene as government is to bring back some kind of subsidy in the aviation sector. Now, I'm not the head of the oil industry. I am not an expert in the oil industry. But I think we've passed that as a nation, going back to the issue of subsidy. So maybe some other kind of intervention for the airlines may help.
Every day, thousands of journeys begin and end at Nigeria's airports. Behind every safe takeoff and smooth arrival is a system working tirelessly for you. Faan In Focus, a half-hour enlightenment program on major Nigeria television stations, takes you behind the scenes, bringing you closer to the people, policies, innovations, and services that keep Nigeria's aviation industry moving. Discover helpful travel tips, understand airport processes, and stay informed about the developments shaping the future of air travel. Whether you're a frequent flyer, a first-time traveler, or simply curious about aviation, join us on Faan In Focus on these stations and across Faan's digital platforms. Faan In Focus, bringing the airport closer to you. Brought to you by the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria, FAN.
Did you know? Arriving early at the airport not only reduces stress, but also allows enough time for security and check-in procedures. Always ensure your baggage complies with airport regulations. Use only designated payment channels for airport services and seek assistance from authorized FAN personnel whenever necessary. A little preparation can go a long way in making your journey safer, smoother, and more enjoyable. And that's a wrap on Faan In Focus this week. Today, we brought you highlights from the official launch of Faan In Focus and FAN's efforts to strengthen relationships with host communities. We toured Aminu Kano International Airport, explored the future of investor partnerships in airport concessioning, revisited the outcomes of FAN's management retreat, and examined Nigeria's response to changing realities within the global aviation industry. And as always, we shared practical tips to make your airport experience even better. Thank you for flying with us on Faan In Focus. I am Tolulokwe Adileru Balogun. This is an HS Studio production for the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria. Until next time, keep looking ahead as together we chart the future of Nigerian aviation.